Hey everybody, this is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. You might be wondering, why do I have Fox Leah Farms up here? Well, this story involves them significantly. We've covered it before where there's a new preserve, the Preserve of Venice. They want to develop 118 homes, and it's going to be over there on the intersection of Border and Auburn. It's going to basically abut to the Fox Leah Farms. So that there was a contentious planning meeting. They said, hey, let's put it off until the next meeting so that the attorneys can come together and put together some stipulations that will maybe help this move forward without any litigation. They went ahead and voted yesterday on the zone mapping amendment, on the conditional use permit, and on the preliminary plat, and they gave it basically a thumbs up. There, you know, Barry Snyder, who's the chairman, didn't like two of the ideas for non-issues, but this basically moves forward. And basically, the Planning Commission is basically a rubber stamp of approval for the City Council to move forward. They can say, "Oh, the Planning Commission approved it. It's good. We got to move forward." Boone, in an awkward situation, he normally represents all the developers, famous for representing Neil. He is representing Fox Leah in this case, and they wanted to take these stipulations that they had come up with the other attorney and put it to the actual zoning amendment, but that was denied, and it ended up going with the preliminary plat approval. And the problem there is it would be easier to enforce any of the stipulations if this still maybe doesn't go through and there's a new purchaser and they want to build. It'd be easier to enforce them legally. Some of the stipulations that had Fox Leah concerned about the construction was the whole construction process, obviously. Future impact with the residents and how they were going to do and with the operations. We've seen this all too often here in Venice, and you see it in Sarasota, Northport, all the areas that I cover. Basically, you have people that will move next to the Venice airport or even the Sarasota airport. Ajax pavement over here, they move next to that and they complain about the noise. And it's like, okay, that was here 50 years before you moved in. Shouldn't you have thought about it then? But you see this all too often where people build these developments and then the neighbors start complaining. And I could see it happening with Fox Leah, and this is why. Some of the stipulations in there said, okay, we want to basically limit the amount of homes on the southern border. Makes sense because that's where Fox Leah Farms is. And limit to 1 story, no more than 20 feet, 5 feet high, no charcoal grills, no outdoor speakers at those homes and all that stuff. I don't know if the homeowners are going to want to adhere to that. Now, their biggest concern is stuff like if a house is close to that southern border, they spark up the AC/DC and might start a horse. And I've been out to Fox Leah. I've been out there plenty of times. I've done a few live videos. I know the people. There's a lot of kids out there on horses. And their concern is, hey, you start one of these horses, boom, the kid gets hurt. And that's a concern. They wanted full disclosure to all the individuals that are buying in there that Fox Leah is a loud neighbor, that they produce a lot of traffic on weekends, and that there's a prohibition on burning, that they have their loudspeaker. Now, I've been out there. It's a very entertaining environment. There's a restaurant on the premise. They sell alcohol. They sell drinks. It's very entertaining. I tell you, this at Fox Leah, a lot of people, it's our like hidden gem, and they're right across the street from the city of Venice, so they're considered county. And they're one of the biggest attractions to this area. They're up there with Benderson, and they just bring in so much revenue dollars to this community. It's amazing, yet they don't get the love. They don't feel the love from especially the city of Venice. So that's where we stand. It looks like that's whole development. We're going to have another, 118 homes? I did do a video where I went out and showed a bunch of the new development areas that were coming out. And another one was that huge one that's right off there on Jacaranda. I haven't seen anything yet, but I'm waiting to see that go before the council because there's going to be a lot of homes in that plot. So this has been Frankie Abbruzzino with an update on the preserves and the Fox Leah Farm situation. Everybody have a great day.